Hello, everybody. Drantino here, and well, something a bit different this time. I'll still be doing Let's Plays and such daily as best as I can, but I'm actually doing a Mabinogi character updates, something I've never actually bothered to do before. Out of the 4 years, I believe maybe is going for, but I've never actually bothered to. This character specifically, I've played through Generation 1 through 3 a little bit and got to him about a total of 100 or so. And then I never actually used this character until Generation 8, and I've been working on him since then. Current total is 7,579 and 1,597 for exploration. Currently level is 6716, and let's start off with all my stats. It's pretty even, I guess you could say, across the board. Yeah, I got 483 strength, 366 base. Currently I am mage talent at the moment because I feel like seeing how high I can get my int after leveling up, and I'm currently at 134. And this is without mage gear, nonetheless. 641 dex, 520 will, and 40 luck. Typically when it comes with titles, I use the sniper title a lot. Don't know why specifically. I tend to switch over to my Master of Ice, Fire, or Lightning for whenever I'm using magic, but I also do have the Magic Master if I feel like using Blaze and such. Typically, I don't use any combat titles, but I do have this one that I got from the Rock, Paper, Scissors event. Unfortunately, is over. So I do have a pure damage title, but I might get shock rank 1, I don't know how long after. I got quite a few secondary titles. I use Belfox for damage, and I use Tarlach for magic attack, actually. I did have Halloween Hunter until the things update and such. Yeah. Talent-wise, I am a Grandmaster Mage, Master Archer, Master Warrior, Master Fighter, and Master Puppeter. Champ Cleric, and yeah, it just kind of starts getting low from here. But one thing I will say, F Blacksmith with great. Yeah. The reason why I have that is because I have rank 1 Refine, Production Mastery, and rank 4 Metallurgy in demining. I might actually cap that out sooner or later. But other than that, Expert Adventure, so on and so forth. Typically, if I ever use a hybrid title, it is Master Battle Mage, because it's a combination of Warrior, Mage, and Fighter. My stat bonuses are literally all over the place, except for when you get into Alch mostly, because I'm not much of an alchemist. Okay, let's start with my skills, since it's next on the tab down there. Life-wise, close to capping rest, capped first aid, slowly working on weaving and handicraft at a slow rate. Fine, I got rank 1 before I even started ranking archery, actually. I haven't really been doing much. I've got 7 herbalism because I've been slowly training that since the beginning of me being mage, actually. Fishing I've been doing for Avon. Production Mastery is pretty much passive. Seed Taming. Seed Carpentry. I mastered winemaking, but other than that, Commerce Mastery C is rank 9, and Seed Transformation. Combat-wise, Lance Charge is the only thing that isn't F. Come on, let me... because I wouldn't have been able to get Apprentice Knight. Yeah. But other than that, Evasion is rank 8. Gold Strike is F. And everything else is literally rank 1. Magic-wise, I still have to cap meditation by 1 more, which I've been lazy to actually go do. Everything except for enchant, which is B, and the 4 shields are rank F and capped mana shield. Alchemy-wise, FFF, D water cannon, so I could actually get flame burst, which I actually did rank 1. And B, Alchemy Mastery. Other than that, Fs and novices, and rank 5 Golem. I ranked this before the first nerf, actually. Fighter-wise, everything's rank 1 except for Tumble and Respite. Music-wise, one of the basic skills, 7 Discord, 3 Battlefield, and 9 Lullaby. Everything else is F. Puppetry. This one I actually got master talent-wise earlier, a couple days ago. Everything except for these 3 skills are rank 1. I don't plan on actually fully training Act 2, Act 9 Invigorating, because as you can see, I have 153 AP at the moment. I am trying to save up for Gunner finally, even though it's 3 weeks away. Oh hey, int roll. 1,394. Hitting skill wise, I have 7 potion lore, 1 shockwave for the int, and D counterpunch, and just F the other 3. DK is obviously capped out. Demi. Wings. The wing skills aren't exactly capped because I switched them out practically as soon as I got them rank 1. Unlearn wise, I just have harvesting, hoeing, and frozen blast to go. Yeah, I'm lazy to get those 2, and frozen blast. I would have to do alchemy a bit more. I might do it sooner or later because there is an alchemy revamp, so I might do it after a bit of alchemy after I'm done with guns. Anyways, let's start with my inventory. Lovely. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff. I have a lot of herbs, actually. I actually have 2 decks of these. Keep on forgetting I have these on here. Anyways, tons of Lord passes. Now, I have 7 sets of accessories. These are my heated accessories. These are my Strout Earthquakes. These are my healings. These are my dex and crit ones. Mostly crit, because they're both 4 each. These 2 are my water ones. Well, water elk. And then my 2 magic ones. 2 random Themis gaunts I really need to sell. I do have this Iwika Latica Palala spellbook. I don't use it too often, but I do use it. Now, as you can see, I have a lot of equipment. My mage set is Soaked Trinity Circlet. I have Fire Mastery damage. I keep on forgetting about that. And the equivalents, the entire set I have for mana reduction and healing is 10-9. I have Will-O-Wisp Trinity Wear, random Forges because it's kind of base, and then I have a Witch Trinity Shoes, which is Stomp and whatever. And then I have a max roll Mana Hammer Homestead Gauntlets with level 4 Gold Strike damage. Yeah. I got an Untamed Lanka Lance. The art student is pretty good, but I typically don't use lances. I got it for the hell of it for a couple of reasons and such. Non-trans with my Strout gear with the lance, though, actually does hit decently high. I should probably actually do the right accessories. Yeah, I break over 400 with just this. So, yeah. I have this color Trinity stuff. I plan on trying to get 15 plus or higher hailstorm max on it, but no luck with it yet. I plan on shoving other stuff on it. Mana Needle Treasure, I believe it is, or Islands, one of the two. I got a Careful Round Shield, and also down here I have a Cypress Healer Mace. So I use this for uh, stamina set. People don't. If you don't know, negative stamina does not exist in this, but negative HP and MP do. So, yeah, I have an unusual heater shield. I have it for the 5 max damage. Nothing else. I have a Jello Lyrae. I got max music buff on it. That's pretty good. Nothing major there. I have a Tiger Ragdoll. I have a D shield that's been 100% profed since probably G13, I think. 2 daggers I used randomly for field bosses, actually. I got a Cypress Raven, 2 of them. One of them's a bit higher than the other, but that's this one, and it's 3 Dura. I kind of failed twice on the Cypress enchanting. I got a Lizard Spike Francisca here that I don't use. Tacky Heal Wood Wand, Simple Combat, Simple Lightning Wand. I have a regular one compared to everyone using a crystal one because I don't get any damage decrease and it's 20 reduction anyways. Not to mention I int roll anyways. I tend to use my staff otherwise, I'll show that in a sec. I got a Phoenix Fire Wand that's S5, that's 36% speeds, so I don't have to deal with the decreased damage. And I have a Symbol Crown Ice Wand. Yeah, basic stuff there. I have a Fire Cylinder that is Synergy Water Drop. The reason I have Water Drop is because I'm probably going to need a step, so yeah. And then I have an Earthquake for whenever I want to use golems. I have Heavy Punch Champ Nux. Right now, I have 2 uses for this. I could either use this as a burn, or I could just use it slowly. If I use it as a burn, I'll be able to have it for Demonic Knuckles whenever I get a pair. And then I have the ones that I use all the time, Untamed Violence. It has a 43 max, and I hit about... Switch to my damage. My damage is up to 373, and it also has level 2 lightning. So I do get a bonus damage there. I got a Jeweled Control Bar with 21 max marionette damage and 3 crits rate. 8 minimum and 8 balance. I have a Bargain Rainbow Beam and a Blue Bargain Beam, yeah. These 2 Battle Swords, they're about 77 each, I think it is. Maybe a bit more. But I don't use them much since I'm trying to get these special upgraded to R-types. I have a Glorious Fancy Highlander Longbow. It's R5 and 60 luck and 19 dex, so it is slightly higher than usual. And Reforge wise, +1 max and 2 fire and random 2 strength. It's down to 3 durability since I've had it since Ancients were able to drop it. So yeah. And then this Mana Needle Deadly Trinity Staff. Yeah, it's pretty much the staff since I've had since day 1 Trinity staffs. Literally, I traded 25k next on the day this released for it. But other than that, I have Deadly on it for the critical, and I still have yet to actually get my hands on a treasure enchant. Now, the current equips I usually wear are Wolfhunter Dex Vintage Tail Cap. I have yet to actually get a Oblivion enchant for one reason or another. But other than that, 16 max and 20 max for ranged, and I don't want to do the math for Puppet. I got Restored Earnest's Epic Suit. I plan on shoving Ambush on this for the max, but that involves me also using Belvis Seals, which is I have 94 of them. I still need to get the 2 enchants from Ducats, and I don't have much either way. And then I have a Strider Butterfly Thamus Plate Boots. I do have the entire Thamus set for stats to actually get both enchantments, but I don't use it because I prefer to use accessories along with it. And then I have Cold-Hearted Raven gloves. This is plus 13 max. The Raven part is what makes it so good, but when it comes with actually getting better stuff, there are some decenter stuff, but I don't really use too much heavy armor stuff. These flashing knuckles are their color heavy punch. I plan on remaking my bracers if I ever do need to, since these are only 6 Dura. But other than that, yeah, just kind of extras. I have polished Elementalist gaunts. This is my crit gauntlets, and then I have polished Anastasia and crit boots and such. More or less, I can. And then I have this stiff smart tail cap. In total, I believe with my restored and the 2 crit enchants, I get like a plus 40-ish critical hit rate. With my Highliner longbow, I can actually break 230 crit, I believe. Other than that, random stuff there. Stuff I have in pets, just a lot of random stuff, really. Nothing too interesting to show other than this like full Bohemian set that I don't really use, and an ice set for wyvern hunting. Ton of accessories, ton of remote coupons, extra stuff. I do have this restored white horse, but I think I'll probably be using that on my elf since I don't really need it on this character since I'm going to get ambushed. I do have a penetrating night lance, but I can't use it. I also have a penetrating lion claw. Same reason. I usually wear my Kaido outfit or what I have on, which is the Jin's Gamu wizard armor. One or the other usually. This looks better for melee and such. I do have a whole Beeman set actually in the works, but I'm currently missing the circlet and the robe. I also did wear this at one point. Yeah, Thamus set right here. Nothing really enchanted on them except for that for color, and that for deserted. I do have Fleet Viscount, but don't really use them. Yes, I have a lot of Trinity staffs. I do have a water drop heater and a water drop cylinder if I ever do use water cannon, but it's rank D, so pointlessness usually. I get it from whenever I do use it. My stash of dies. These 3 right here, I think it is, or is it these 3? They're flashy. Hard to tell, but they're flashy. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting about these HP MP30s. Mats for stuff. Tall 200 extra bow. If I were to ever remake my bow, it would be I'd use this one or get a new one or the other. Dragonfly Felix helmet, extra stuff. I have a lot of Shadow Hunter burns. Yeah. I plan on making swords with them, but yeah. Here's the old one I used for Fireball. Mana reduction, ice wand, former chain casts, extras. Here's what I actually use. Here's the suit that I actually used beforehand. I actually didn't own a damage wear before until I bought that other one. Color burn. I do have a mana needle burn somewhere around here. I think it's on my elf, but yeah, that's what I'm basically gonna be using for this. Anyways, I think that's it for all of my equipment and everything. Oh yeah, one more thing. My ego. 26 strength, 25 int, 25 dex, 23 wealth, 25 luck, and 25 social. Now, something of interest, if I put on my R-type bow and compare damage, my R-type bow just... Actually, my ego's hungry. Let's feed it a bit. Random stuff I get. R-type bow, 437. Ego bow, 436. Yes, my ego is vastly underwhelming compared to this 3 Dura bow. I might switch it out to probably a fire wand for chain cast spam. But other than that, yeah, nothing. Anyways, this concludes my character update, more or less. Yeah. See you guys in the Let's Plays, if you actually watch them.